Hi, Instagram. Thank you for joining. This is Lunchtime Stand Up at katesky. Happy Tuesday, beginning of the week. Just saying hi today and sharing some wins and struggles. And some of you may want to join my DevTools live coding after the Instagram live. If not, that's okay. I'm gonna be over at Twitch and YouTube doing some live coding, trying some fun things. Hopefully it works. That was a fun weekend, huh? I don't know how about you, but for me it was. I had spent some time with my family. We went to the lake. Ate a bunch of bad food. Or actually it was good food. It was good food. Just kidding. So what are we gonna do today? Today I wanted to kind of dive into the DevTools of Angular and maybe try them out with our little GitHub search project. And we're gonna do that over at Twitch or YouTube. So if you don't have a link yet, go over there and click that link. I think it's gonna be fun. Okay, let's see here. What's new with you guys? Did you have a good weekend? I don't know if you did or not, but Mondays was off for me here in USA. We were celebrating a Memorial Day weekend where we celebrate everybody who served our country. Today is going to be a little introduction, and then we go straight into the Angular DevTools over at Twitch. So if you want to do some live coding with me, go over there. It's katesky8 is my username. And a little fun fact, I uploaded a little video to my YouTube channel about how to read your emails fast. And that was really unexpected because I got like 334 views on it. It's basically just a recording, like 40 seconds recording of my screen on my phone about how to read an email fast. And it's really not about reading it fast, but just listening to it, which was really, really fun because I really just did it for me, just so I don't forget which apps I use in case something happens to all my apps. But turns out it's a popular topic. Go figure. So if you want to know how to read your emails fast, go over to my YouTube channel and watch that video. Okay, so anybody wants to share some of their wins and struggles? Like, what are you guys learning these days? What are you working on these days? I actually had a little presentation to my team members today about using observables for a new project. And it was, I think they, whoever is their manager, because it's a different team, asked them to schedule this meeting with me because I wrote this long email about how we're using and not using observables and subscriptions in our new application. So here, Wasim is here. Wasim is here planning to learn Node.js. Ooh, that's fun. So what are the steps you're going to take to learn Node.js? What are you doing to do that? Is that tutorial? Are you going to use just the online documentation to learn? And what do you want to do with Node.js? That's the main question. Like, why do you want to learn Node.js? Actually, Node.js is something I've learned a little bit about it, just because I don't use it at work, so it just ended up being like a little side project. But DevForce is practicing data structures and algorithms. That's cool. Good for you. No, directly will go with project. Okay, cool. So that's good. It's all. I think especially if you're getting paid for it, is the best way to learn. I call it pay me for learning. Because when you are on a job and you're getting paid to work on their project and you get to learn something new, it's so rewarding. It's so much better. So a friend of mine has joined a master's in computer science, so she's going to be diving into data structures. So I wonder how you're practicing it. Like, do you have a program that you're writing? And hey, Brandon Roberts is here. Hi, how are you? I am still on Instagram, so I'm gonna start coding in a little bit. I have like 7 minutes to just like talk with my Instagram followers, and then I switch over to Twitch, and I'm gonna do some Angular DevTools stuff that I wanted to play with. So if you guys want to jump on Twitch, and we can, I can start sharing my. So this is like my third live on Twitch, so it's gonna be a mess in the beginning. I don't expect I'm gonna be so good. From LeetCode. Oh, okay. So DevForce here is learning data structures and algorithms from LeetCode. Interesting. I need to look it up to see what that is. So let me see here. So unless anyone else has any questions from Instagram, let's jump over to some live coding, and we'll play with some Angular DevTools that I really wanted to see what we can do with them. So going to disconnect my Instagram here. Try Hickering also. Oh, yeah, thanks Wasim for that note for DevForce. And I'll see you guys next time. Join me tomorrow or switch over to Twitch and we'll do some live coding, okay? Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Okay. All right, live coding. Man, I wish I turned my video on. I didn't turn my video on right away, but that's okay. So, what we're gonna do right now is, let me make this smaller. Hold on, how do I do this? Okay. There we go. I'm learning. All right, so I saved this tweet from Minko about Angular tools you should consider. So I wanted to jump straight into Angular DevTools and just, so let's see, I can drag it over here. Probably not. Okay, let me do this. Okay, I'm gonna drag it over here. There we go. So here's the DevTools for Angular. Okay. Hey, Red Falcon 98. Thank you for joining me on Twitch. I am doing great. So we are going to play with Angular DevTools. And the reason we're doing that here is I figured if I'm gonna, so I'm basically learning this new thing, right? And you just get to witness me, doing it really horribly or whatever. So last time we had this GitHub search project where we kind of did this observable grid data from our service, and it kind of just does the search from GitHub. Let's see if it still works. I think I just did a git commit. Let me push all my changes there. So if you want to see the code, it's in my GitHub repository. So if you go to katesky.club, you'll get all the links there. So this is, so let's switch over to, let's switch over to that or no? It's not going to let me do that? Okay. Left, right. Yes. Come on. Help me out here. Okay, so let's go to localhost here. It's just a search, GitHub search for Kate. And you can do something else here, like search for my name. And that's my name. And then you can click on it. Alright, so what we can do now is we can install this DevTools extension and we'll just play with it. Okay, an extension. Hopefully it works. And now we have this little icon here. And it will be live when we have to switch over here and then we have to reload. Might have to reload. To show up, right? Where is it? Where is this thing? What's it look like? Okay, I'm gonna close this and open this again. My. Okay. Window. Okay. Localhost. Okay, so there we go. Oh, okay, there we go. So let's see how big this is. I want to make sure you guys see it because last time it was so small. Because it's on my big monitor. Okay. So now in our DevTools, there's an Angular tab. Okay. Ooh, cool. So it has the app root. So these are all the components. I only have 2 components here. I have like the app component and I have the details component. So do search. Let's get rid of my debug. And we'll hit play. And let's go back to our Angular. Okay, so here's it. Okay, so when you click on the component tree, it actually selects that component within your application and it gives you all of the inputs and outputs. If you had the outputs, that would be here. And then the fun thing, what I've heard was that you can actually go in here and you can actually change variables that are showing up into the template. Let's try which one I have it. I know that isn't it the name. Okay, so that's the name. Okay, there's the Kate. Okay, so we did change it. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, so that's the Angular DevTools. I know you can do a lot more things with it. So we have the input control. I wonder why my search button is not like a separate thing. Or is it like combined together? I don't have a name to it. And the app root just shows everything. Oh, so interesting. So another interesting fact is when you click on app root, it gives you the service reference too, which actually exposes all of your public and private variables. Because I know that my grid subject is definitely not a public variable, but it still shows up in my properties for my app root. It has the initial value, which I also think is a private variable. Let's double check. Okay, let's go to our service. Okay. Yeah, this is a private. Interesting. So it actually exposes all of my private variables there, which is fine. It's just DevTools, and it's only going to work in non-production mode. And we can verify this. Can we verify this? Can I serve in production mode? I don't know. Yeah, you have to like deploy it, I think, to make it in production mode. Okay, so that was one thing I wanted to try. Sorry about that. Second thing I wanted to try was this ngRev. ngRev is another Minko Gatchups package And this one also is kind of cool. It's supposed to give you, let me show you, let me see if I can drag it over here, over here. Oh, my dragon skills are not great, so let me see if I'm doing something wrong. Okay. Alright, so this is another NPM, this is an NPM package actually, so what it gives you like this presentation of all of your components, I guess. Let's see. Your application needs to be compatible with Angular IB compiler. It's not tested version older than version 11. We're in version 12. Okay, make sure okay. And then you select the project. Click on select project and select your CLI app. And there's the demo. Okay, so how do we do this? We need just to install it. Graphical tool to reverse engineer an application process. It's probably going to be super boring because I only have like one component. We need to do it on a bigger project. Otherwise, it's going to be super boring. Let's see. What else can we do? Let's try the... maybe this componizer is going to be a little bit more fun. Because this one actually gives you... what does it do? I don't want to click on it like that. Tool to help you refactor your Angular comp. Ooh. Oh, okay. So this is actually something we already did manually. So check. So this one is like you select. Okay, I'm not sharing. Probably need to share. Let me go to my Twitter account so you know what I'm talking about. We'll go to my. What happened? What happened? Oh, goodness. What is happening with my sharing? Okay. Okay, bookmarks. I want to go to this guy. So this one, if you, let me blow this up. If you go to the link of the documentation on it, you see like the guy is selecting like a bunch of code in your template, and then you can click create new component. It like creates a component out of it, which is kind of cool. Although I have really nothing to refactor. Let me see if there's anything we can refactor with this guy. Okay, let's grab this. We'll just try it. Why not, right? Okay. Let's go back here. And stop this. Let's go to our app component. Okay, so this one, really not much we can do here. But let me see if we can do something with this detail. Let's try, how about we try to refactor this piece. So this one is like just the item. So this is like a list of everything, and then we can probably do this, just one component. Let's try it. Let's see if this works. So now it will install this. It looks like we're installing a schematic for this company. So the schematic is going to be something a little different than installing a package. So it looks like it worked. Let's see if we can select this, and then we can right click on it. Okay. What were we supposed to select? Is there something supposed to be on there? Okay, let's go back to our presentation. Where's our presentation at? Where is our presentation? It's supposed to be componizer. There it is. Okay, let's go. Let's look at the video again. Okay. We're watching a video on how to do this. So right click, componize. Okay, so we're supposed to get a componize on a right click. I don't see it. Why don't I get it? Should we just commit? Let's try to commit. Alright. Yeah. Schematics. Okay. I misspelled it, of course. Because it needs C-H-E, not A, because I can't spell. But it needs schematics. Alright, commit. I don't know, what else do I need to do? Ng-build. Maybe I need to do ng-build for it to start working. Let's go back. Maybe we should read documentation. So impatient. I'm not even reading my documentation. Okay. It's a tool to help you refactor your Angular component. Just select your HTML and choose Companize from the right-click menu. How come I'm not getting that? Maybe I need to restart. Let's go back. Right-click. Nothing. Should we restart our VS Code? Let's try it out. Let's try that. Close. I'm in the insiders, so who knows, maybe it's got to do because I'm in the insiders. Oh boy. Okay. We're back in our component. Right click. Still nothing. Okay, so I'm on the Mac. I wonder if it's because I'm on the Mac it's not working. Do you want to update the latest version? Okay, update now. Let's update. And meanwhile, we'll go back and read to see if it's actually compatible with the Mac. Okay. That didn't work. Interesting, interesting. Why does it want to change? I'm going to do Control Tab. Okay. Extension. I wonder if I need to install some extension. Because this is an extension. Okay, maybe that's the problem. Go to our extensions. Companize. Companizer. Okay, so this extension. I guess we were supposed to install it from here. Why did I do it? Oh, so maybe npm install installs the extension. And then you need to install the actual. I don't know. I'm so confused. That's okay. We're gonna try this right now. We're gonna right click and voila, it's there. Okay. So this is our detailed page. Let's call this item detail. Item detail. Allow for skipping the module import. Yeah. Command failed. Why it failed? Enter to confirm your input. Choose the component name. Just call item. Allow for skipping the module import. Allows for skipping the module import. What am I supposed to put here? Press enter to confirm. Enter. Failed. Okay, so it's doing this, and then it fails for some reason. What's happening? Active file. I'm done. Lost my errors. Output. Problems. Extensions. Should be false here. Mouse was skipping. Should be false. It's a file. Okay, I'll just try to do this in the terminal, just to see all the errors. Is this right? Debug mode. False. guys. Custom skip import. Custom skip import. Start 2 and 5. Ooh. Custom skip import. Oh, skip import. Okay, detail component. Start 2 and 5. Instead of active flag. So we're definitely making something bad. This is not working. Schematic input does not validate against the schema. Must not have additional properties. Active file. Data path blank blank must not have additional properties. So I'm just doing what you guys told me to do. Schema is using that keyword ID, which support is depreciated. Oh my goodness. Support for camel case arguments have been depreciated. What the heck? I just called the item, right? Project, skip import false. Debug. I actually want debug mode true. Let's try true. Let's see what's going on here. Data path blank blank must not have additional properties. GitHub search. Style. Okay, well that's not working. Hello. Alright, so let's see. We are. I just want to make sure how's our time doing. What's our time doing like? Where is my beautiful code here? There's the code. Alright, so this didn't work. What I want to do is I want to go to my package. See, look at this schematic. Where is it at? I need to remove this. Let's see if I can remove this. I don't want it there anymore. Let's go to clean, turn it off. Make sure everything still works. Let's see if everything still builds. Oh, this is what live learning is like when you want to try something. The reason I'm doing it here, guys, is only because I don't have time I don't have a lot of times to work on side things. Because I have a full-time job and I'm a mother. It's not an excuse, but it's really, really difficult to try anything new. So I really wanted to go through this list that Minko Gachev put on his Twitter. And I just wanted to try it out. Turns out Angular DevTools is really cool. The companizer is not working for me, and I didn't try anything else just because I don't want to waste too much time. But what we see here is our initial budget is... Oh, actually, we are still over budget on our styles because we're doing the Tailwind stuff. And last time we tried the Tailwind purge, it didn't work. I think it might be related to the fact that somehow we can't find some of these source files. I don't know. It's supposed to go and look at all of these imports and like drop all of the classes that I don't use, but it doesn't look like it's working. I didn't really spend any time on it, which I probably should, because that's why we added Tailwind here, just so we can try it. So let's see what else we can do in the last few more minutes that we're doing this live. Where is my beautiful? Hold on, I'm gonna. Oh, okay, there it is. Where's my... Oh, I lost my OBS Studio. Sorry about that. Let me open VS Code back up. Okay, so our budget is still bad. We still need to make this work somehow. somehow we'll make it work. I just need to research why it's not working. And also another thing that I really didn't like the way we did was this, that's a test, is the fact that we wrapped our whole component with this observable. So this component is like, it has this ng-if, and the only reason it's here is just so we can unwrap the observable and show all of the variables here. But I really don't like that we're doing it here like that. Although the button does need this, is more, I don't know. Maybe we can put these into separate observables. I know, I really don't want to do it right now. I wanted to try the DevTools, and we tried the DevTools, and they're pretty cool. And let's go back and see what else we can do with them. Because I think that's pretty valuable. Especially I'm going to go install that extension on my work computer and try it with my big project. Because here we don't really have... The last big project that I had here was my scheduling tool thing that I was working on, but I kind of neglected to update it to any of the latest versions, and I don't even know if it's working right now. Well, we can try it. Let's see, we have a little bit more time. Okay, let's see what is going on here. Let's refresh this. Yeah, this is still working. So what's the... Oh, there's a profiler. Oh, this is really the cool thing. I think we need to do this. Let's try this. So the profiler is something you can do. Start recording. So you click the start recording, and it profiles your application. So you like interact with it, and it records all of the change detection cycles, which is really, really cool, because check it out. So you click on this error, and it goes through every change detection cycle, and it shows you what it did. So we can see that the biggest bar that we have is over here, and it's on ng4, because we are doing an ng4 on this grid, and it spent 30 milliseconds on it. So I wonder if this is room for improvement. I bet you it is. I mean, we only have 100 cards here. Interesting. App component. Here it shows like every single piece of change detection component thing that it's doing, and there's our ng model for this input box. Our detail component is all of this grid data. Man, this is really cool. I'm really going to play with this at my work. I think we need to make this a little bit more complicated to really take advantage of this profiler. So you see there's add event lister on blur, so there's some kind of thing that happens when you do time spent 0. Some kind of, oh, so there's an event on our input that's triggered automatically. Man, I'm really enjoying this profiler thing. Okay, so that was good that we didn't miss to talk about that, because I think that's really important, because it's one thing to look through all of the pieces of your application, and it's another thing to actually have a profiler tell you that, hey, like this bar is in yellow, that means it's not red yet, but I can almost guarantee you there's going to be some red bars in your app that could use some improvement. Let me think how we can improve this on our next live, because I don't want to do this for too long because I gotta get back to work. But I think this is really, really important, is to think how we can improve when we find these bottlenecks, right? Probably Angular is working a little bit too hard on your ng4, and let's dig in tomorrow maybe, and we'll figure out how to improve on that. If there is a way, then we'll find it, right? Okay, so this was my little lunchtime break, exploring something new within Angular. learning, and hopefully whoever watches this video, maybe they could learn something. Go install this extension. I will drop a link to the extension in my video so you can have it, and if you're an Angular dev, you use that and work with your application, improve it, get better as an Angular dev every day. Okay, and this was katesky, and this was Lunchtime Stand-Up katesky on your favorite platform, wherever you're watching. See you next time. Yeah, join me tomorrow.